Okay, so I just did a reading a little while ago. I just finished a reading, and it was about it was basically a his and hers reading. It was a spiritual connection, and in the reading, it spoke about the transformation energy of Pluto and the masculine tapping into his, kind of like a starting a transformation, tapping in more to his intuition and looking into his like into the moon, into the things that were hidden from him or he was hiding from himself, things that truths that he wasn't seeing. Now, like, I realized that I made it seem like the masculine was transformed, like, oh my god, it's a miracle. And in the video, there was a whole lot of, like, the masculine seeing the feminine as a muse and as an empress, and tapping into the high priestess energy, and probably seeing her as a high priestess. But there wasn't a whole lot of energy about him. So I wanted to do another reading because I am not trying to imply that the masculine is completely healed and ready to, like, go into union. However, I did imply that there was maybe some kind of maybe interaction that could take place where there could be some kind of closure or some kind of reconciliation. And I don't mean like coming back together romantically. I mean reconciliation of the energies, kind of like, coming together, and acknowledging each other. However, everybody is in different journeys and different times. So I think I'm going to do a couple of different energies on the masculine, like, like maybe four, and see different energies that I pick up, so that it could be a little bit more conducive for further clarity for more people. So anyways, so we're gonna start off right now by checking in and seeing what the energy is here in the current moment for the masculine in the current moment. Okay, and I'm just going to do I grabbed all the oracle cards that I want to use, and I'm just going to pick one out. Here. Okay, and these are the lessons that masculine is learning. Well, some of the lessons that the masculine is learning, and I'm going to pick one from here. So just bear with me here during this time. I'm just gonna do this real quickly. And these are my own, the ones that I made. Well, with my spirit team. I'm gonna take a couple of those. Okay. Okay, and these are positive traits that the masculine is carrying at the moment. Positive traits. And we're kind of getting a deep, and of course this is with the permission of his highest self. We're going to get a couple of those. With the permission of his higher self, what it is that he would like to disclose to the feminine here. Almost finished here, guys. Bear with me. We are going to kind of get a little bit of insight and what transpired, perhaps, or what it is that, whatever it is that the masculine is wanting to share here. Sometimes I like to just already have this all done, like where I just pick the cards and I lay them out like that and upside down. But because this is a little bit more of a sensitive read, I just want to make sure that I'm doing it here on camera so that there's no room for anybody saying, like, you know, oh, Irene just decided to pick whatever she wants. Not that I really care, but just for, I mean, I think it makes everybody more comfortable. So whether it bothers me or not, what anybody, you know, would think of my integrity is more for your comfort and for, you know, and whatnot. Even though it does take a little minute. All right, so I think we're good right there, and then I'll add more in as we go along. Okay, so I'm going to just gather these here, since I picked them there. Let me just grab a couple of tarot, and I'm going to use different tarot decks. I'm going to use this one here, the Pulp Tarot. I really like this one. Pull the top, the bottom, and then I'm using this Angel Tarot, which I really like also. Okay. I'm not going to take any energies that are upside down, because I don't want to. Okay. And one more. I'm going to do the Haunted House. What is it called? This is a Haunted House tarot, I think. Yeah, Haunted House. Okay. And it is late. It's probably like, I don't even know, it's like 3:30. But I just feel like I need to get this all out because it's kind of like within the same energy, and I don't want to it's one of those things where you just kind of have to keep it flowing. So it's okay. I tend to do better in the night anyways, and I could sleep in the daytime. All right. All right, so let's see. So we're going to do 4 here. First, I'm going to go with the Oracle cards. So I'm going to just grab these, put them over here to the side. All right, so that was almost 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, you can skip that. You know what? Yeah, no, you could skip that if you want. You could, well, I'm going to make a little note that you could skip to this if you want. Okay, so this is a song that came out, all right? So this one, it says, I think it's a Pink song. Right from the start, you were a thief, you stole my heart. And I, your willing victim. I let you see the parts of me that weren't all that pretty. And with every touch, you fixed them. Okay, how nice. So this is talking about how they're stating that you stole their heart, and they were your willing victim, and they let you see parts of them that weren't very pretty, and with every touch, you fixed them. So, I mean, intuitively, I was picking up that they were fond of you, but they were acting like the most because I think that they were feeling like they weren't, maybe like, they felt like, you know, you could, they felt kind of insecure, like they weren't, that you could do better, or that they weren't going to be able to, you know, bring home the Grand Slam. So they kind of maybe took themselves out before you could take them out, or they just wanted to, you know, sabotage and act like they weren't really all that into you, to out of their ego and their fear is what I'm picking up here. A walk to remember. Oh my God, how beautiful. Okay, so this is going to be a good reading. See, yeah, this is all ego-based here. This is all bullshit. It's all a facade here. A walk to remember. Okay, you guys have to watch the movie. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis. I could tell this is going to be a nice reading too. Okay, so A Walk to Remember is about a girl played by, what's her name? I forgot what her name is. She was a singer too. Mandy Moore. It was Mandy Moore. Anyways, so she was a preacher's daughter, and she was kind of nerdy, and she wore like the cardigan and the long dresses, and you know, the hair with the little barrettes. She was really religious and just, you know, kind-hearted, pure-hearted person. She was involved in all the school stuff, and then there was this other kid that was kind of like a troublemaker, and he got in trouble, so he had to. They kind of made him do like a community kind of thing where he had to, you know, enroll in the acting class and theater club or whatever, and help clean up. Sorry, yawning. Help clean up the school and stuff after school and whatever. So he ended up meeting this girl, and you know, he's like, oh, can you like, I don't know what happened. Mandy Moore's really nice to him, and he's, you know, kind of like a little troublemaker, so he's kind of a little bit defensive and whatnot, tries to flirt and play things off like, you know, with the whole like, you know, I'm Mr. Smooth Operator, but really, you know, he wasn't really very secure in himself, and he was following the crowd. And that's how he got in trouble with the cool kids. So he started talking to Mandy Moore, and she was tutoring him. And I think, like, you know, they started hanging out and stuff and whatnot. And, you know, she was although she was very sweet and very religious, she was also very secure in who she was and her beliefs. And she was authentic, very authentic. And I think he was intrigued, but at the same time, he was embarrassed because she was different. And although she didn't really care about being popular, his friends, you know, wouldn't approve or anything like that, and they would make fun of her. And he really actually ended up falling in love with her. And he would be mean to her in front of his friends, and then after a while, he stood like, you know, she said, whatever, if you're gonna be like acting like you don't know me, then how about you eat shit? She didn't say that, but kind of, pretty much. And then so he ended up standing up to his friends because they were spreading rumors, and I think they photoshopped some kind of picture and made her look like, you know, like she was being dirty when she wasn't. And anyway, the whole point is that he ended up sticking up for her, and they ended up having a beautiful love story. And it turns out that right when he was all fully in love and transforming his life, and she made him believe in himself, and she ended up dying from cancer, and he ended up continuing on and going to a college and university. So moral of the story is that pretty much like this, yeah, like, you know, he opened up to her, was vulnerable. She showed him to be himself, and she showed him how to have that self-love, the love in spirit, and believe in himself, which was beautiful. Anyways, continuing. So that goes hand in hand, so that's nice. Okay, and then let's see here. I like to pick the biggest cards first because I mean, I like that. Okay, so we have the Evil Queen. The evil queen right here. I'm gonna put her right here. The evil queen. The evil queen. Oh, she was in the other reading that I did too. The evil queen. Okay. You know what? Actually, this deck right here is my, nice, good traits about whoever it's we're pulling for. So this is one of the good traits that is one of the strengths of this masculine, and it's spiritual. And I want to say that he probably keeps that under wraps. I don't think that he shares that with anybody. That he's very spiritual. And then we have independent. So independent. Maybe a little bit likes to be on their own. Okay, and then we have twin flames, yin and yang, balance, union, duality, couple, and complement each other. And this is again, this is this is how he is. This is his energy. Okay, so I think he sees the connection as a twin flames, like yin and yang. You guys balance each other. I don't know if he would say this, if he knows the actual term, but he sees this as a very spiritual connection and appreciates you for. Or appreciates the feminine connection for your healing energy and for your authenticity. You know what? Maybe this is how he sees you, very spiritual and independent, because a sense of humor. This is supposed to be his energy, but I think he's telling us this is how he feels about you. Like he wants you to know this. That's what I'm getting, actually. The sense of humor, likes your sense of humor, and he does see you as a twin flame. I think this is a masculine basically taking over here and saying, no, Irene, no, this is what I want you to do. I want you to tell them that this is how I feel. Okay. And then I have a picture of you, reminiscing, keepsake, make memories, learn from the past. So they keep pictures of you and they look at those pictures. And then cut the cord like yesterday, ASAP. So they're saying cut the cord like yesterday, ASAP. So maybe you cut the cord. They feel like you cut the energetic cord. They feel like you're maybe far away from them, or maybe they feel like you need to cut the cord because this is coming from their higher self. If they're in toxic energy, maybe they're saying, okay, cut the cord. But it could also be that, ooh, those were gunshots. 3 of them in a row. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anywho, well, that could be confirmation of that. Some masculines might be still in their very toxic energy still. Although they started appreciating you and seeing you for who you are, they could still be in their toxic energy. We'll see. But either way, that could also just be that they feel like you cut your energy from them. Oh, it's right there. Okay. And then you are your worst enemy. You create your problems and blockages. Okay, so I think this is him saying that he feels like he's his worst enemy, that he's kind of creating these blockages due to, the negativity that he was in. Blocked wand. Okay, so if this person was out kind of giving their wand meaning like, their physical wand for the goodies, or just like to manifest, maybe he feels like kind of like his passion is kind of dimmed right now. It's blocked at the moment, whether it's physical passion or just passion for life, period, just to manifest or to create. And also dance away the worries. He's reminding you that you like to dance, so dance away the worries. You don't dance like you used to. And he's saying that because again, this is his higher self, so he's not letting the ego block any of this communication. He's coming straight from his elevated self, more aware self. Okay, and then spirit talking. So yeah, spirit is talking to him through him, and I think he's working with him. He was ignoring emotions. He's confirming that. And he was listening to others, just like I said here in the movie too, listening to the friends and to other people. You triggered me, so he feels like you triggered him. You probably triggered him in the sense that your authenticity and your light was, kind of irritating to his demons, to his darkness, to what he was, his shadow that he was. It was pretty much shining the light in all the things that he was feeling insecure about, or perhaps that were kind of indicative of what it is that like it reminded him of what he wasn't. It caused insecurities. He's working on the confidence and feeling safe in relationships. And also there was a cheating paranoia. Okay, the story does not have to repeat, and this could be like either that he had cheating paranoia, or maybe that he kind of caused this cheating paranoia in you, due to the way that he was coming off in this connection. I have confused sexual identity, and that might be him. And that's trigger warning, because I'm kind of getting that if that's the case, that there might have been some kind of like, trauma, childhood trauma. And this is something that the masculine higher self is disclosing himself, because I think he's really wanted to drill home like the all the things that were left unsaid, and giving clarity onto why he was coming into this, and showing up in the way he was showing up in. Okay, self-love. And I think that he's sharing there that you have self-love. He's learning to love himself, but that he really likes that he really appreciates and loves how you love yourself. And I think that that's one of the things, like in the Walk to Remember, and right here in this first song that we got the lyrics, it says, right from the start, you were a thief, you stole my heart. So I really think that these are things that he really admires about you, and that how you love yourself. It made him insecure. It probably made him feel like you didn't need him, like you were just gonna leave. So he just did the most to possibly sabotage the situation, so that giving you all the reason to leave, to kind of see how much he could push you. And so he could just prove to himself that you were going to leave anyways. I'm getting that kind of energy. Drumming. So his higher self is saying that drumming perhaps is something that would be beneficial to you. Drumming could be something that could be very healing to you, or also drumming could be something that could connect the two of you, or something that you could both do. Since it seems pretty spiritual, you guys probably do have like this telepathic communication. Clairaudient. I think with this one, it's like, I feel like you guys both kind of hear each other when you're not speaking, like you might be able to communicate, like I said, telepathically, like, or you might be able to hear like each other's thoughts in a way. Either way, you are clairaudient, so you're able to have that hearing, where other people might not be able to hear things, you can. I think he can too, actually. And who I am, learn about yourself. I want to say that I think he's saying that he picks up and understands and appreciates that you've been learning about yourself, that you've been really stepping into who you are, taking your power. And I think that he's also, or his higher self is telling you to continue to do that, because it's like you're kind of trail blazing, leaving a little road for him to kind of follow so he could catch up and also do these things that you're showing him and leading the way to do. Okay, because this is pretty much what happened in the movie too. It's like the guy rebelled and sabotaged the situation, and as she continued to do what she was doing, and she respected herself and continued on her road, he pretty much went in and said, hey, you know what, actually, I want you to show me the way. Like, how do we do this? Show me how to be like you, I guess, So that's what I'm getting here. Let me get more of those energies there. Cold heart. Okay, so I feel like maybe this person was very cold-hearted towards you, and they kind of iced their heart for self-preservation, I'm getting. Spirit got a chancla on that ass. So yeah, Spirit really gave it to them. Spirit talking. See, Spirit gave them a good ass spanking with that chancla, because they were not conducting themselves in a very pleasurable way when it comes to you. And I'm getting that you are kind of like sent a blessing to this person to kind of be like their spiritual guide, or you're supposed to help to get them to their healing. And this person was fighting you every step of the way. But they're saying, the higher self is here saying that I have cold heart 2 times, so that must have been really, like, really bad. Like, he must have been really cold. Got, you know, might have been really warm, and then all of a sudden it turned cold on you. I would have handled things different. He's here saying that he understands he mishandled the situation, mishandled you, and he wishes he could have handled that differently. And right now he's undergoing some healing. I think there's very deep-rooted wounds that you have nothing to do with you and you know nothing about. Can't let go of you. So I think that this person tried to let go of you and they couldn't. Okay. We have running from the truth. Yeah, they were running from the truth. That's why they kept running and running away and, you know, not wanting to face their feelings or face their facts or their truth. They kept moving so that they wouldn't have the opportunity to really sit with themselves. It seems like maybe they probably kept themselves really busy. You would rather walk away. So it looks like there's still a little bit of abandonment wound there. You would rather walk away. Like, you know, you finally got you push yourself. They pushed you to your limit to where you said, okay, you know what? This is silly. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, fight myself for a position here when apparently somebody else is running. You know, somebody's running. I'm just gonna go ahead and just go on my own way. Time to move. Exactly. It's time for me to move. If you're gonna be running from me, like, you know, they are blocked right now. It seems like they're blocked. Either you block them or they're blocked energetically. I think Spirit's got that chancla on their ass and Spirit talking. I believe maybe they're spiritually blocked from you. They were sitting in denial. And again, this is their higher self. So their actual ego-centric third dimensional self, which is probably tied up still in all of the material stuff, could still be sitting in denial. And that could be why they're blocked. Okay. Also, what did we get over here? Cut the cord. Maybe that's why his higher self cut the cord here also. Hurt beyond repair. He might feel like this is hurt beyond repair. And again, this is the higher self saying that this is what's you're encountering at the moment. Like this one right here. I think that at this time that maybe he hasn't had complete clarity and he's in denial and is feeling that this is hurt beyond repair. You get what you give. And this is confirmation here that Spirit had you cloaked, okay? They weren't wanting to show or for them to see your complete worth because they weren't really worthy of your worth at the moment. I don't want to say worthy, but really they weren't because they were operating out of a lower dimensional state and very, very much driven by the pentacle and the material stuff. So if they would have seen your worth and completely and just all of your potential, they would have probably really hung on to you and exploited you in their unhealed state. So you were cloaked. Okay, this is it's stating here it's a twin flame separation. Twin flame, you know, enter at your own risk. That is something that, you know what, honestly, I really normally don't like labels because labels would then put you in a box, and then we kind of let that lead our mind and our emotions, and sometimes that could be very detrimental to oneself in lieu of pursuing this twin flame situation. But it's a very spiritual connection. Obviously, if what Spirit's talking here and all of this is divinely guided. Judging by the last reading, there was a whole lot of divinely guided and protected information. Energy there. Okay, another man or woman could have been a factor in this relationship. Okay, so that's where I'm drawn to. That's where I'm led to stop. So I'm going to stop with that. Let me get a little bit on this other energy here, since it does say another man or woman. So let's get a little on that. So what other man or woman? Okay, so it could have been a soulmate. And I do have a dark magician. And then I have here, so that could have been the other person, okay, the other man or woman. And it could be like a friend. It doesn't have to be a lover or anything. And I have here divine masculine, earth angel. So I think, and then divine feminine. So you are a earth angel, a divine feminine. Okay, this is your counterpart. It's supposed to be a divine masculine. Right now he might be operating out of like, you know, still karmic energy, but that's supposed to be your counterpart. And there is undergoing a whole lot of spiritual warfare here. And it looks like there's a third party in here, a fallen angel. So this could have caused your counterpart to fall from grace here and indulge in this energy. We have fake counterpart, so maybe they're dealing with a fake counterpart. And there's a karmic situation there. And again here, there we have the twin flame. Again, so that just pretty much confirms that. Let's see what else do we got here that we could get more of. I'm gonna pull some of this here. This is just time based to see some significant time that might give us some further insight here. So we have months, full moon. So it could have been some moon work being done here. And then we have September might have been significant. We have summer. And March. So maybe upcoming March might be significant. Okay. Now, let's see what else I could draw from here. I'm going to pull some of this psychological stuff. Okay, so we have anxious personality, intimacy issues, and mother issues. Okay, so this person has intimacy issues. Getting close to people is a fear of intimacy. This could be either your energy or theirs. They make them kind of anxious maybe to be too open. And there's mother issues here, so maybe they're not really good at taking that nurturing and that, you know, unconditional love. Might be triggering for them. So that would explain a lot of times people that have those kind of issues will go and gravitate towards somebody that that could be a little bit more overbearing, more manipulative, more controlling, if that is something that they were growing up with, that it seems more familiar to them. Okay, we do have stupid girl syndrome again, and I did have that in the other reading that I did when it was a his and her reading. That will be coming up. I'll probably be posting that around with this too. And then we have middle child. So maybe you're a middle child, or they're a middle child, or somebody's a middle child. Okay, but the stupid girl syndrome there. Physical abuse. So maybe there was physical abuse here, or in the childhood, or in the household with there. And then there's dad issues also. And we have entitled person. So this person is was very entitled. They were suppressing emotions. And then we have the pull-up syndrome. So maybe they were very pull up and pull out, you know, pulling up whenever they feel like it, and just, you know, unannounced, and just coming in and out. There's verbal abuse. And maybe that maybe they had only for me syndrome, and it caused you to have only for me syndrome, where it's like, you know, they were pulling in and out here, pulling up with no real, you know, no real commitment, but they wanted you for only them. So then we have avoidant personality, underdeveloped person, and hypersexual. Okay, so maybe the other person involved could have been a trauma bond. There was maybe some mental abuse there. Okay, and we do have the in and out and all about. So that really does help confirm the energy that I just put here, which was the where was it? the pull-up syndrome. So yeah, in and out and all about. Yep. All right, so let's get into this tarot and see what we have. So that pretty much draws a picture that we have a hyperly sexual person, somebody that was avoidant, somebody that was, you know, hiding their feelings, not wanting to show that, not wanting to allow to let you know how they viewed you and how they actually admired you, what they thought of you. This person was probably acting like they didn't care about you, and you were just like, you know, nobody special. When in reality, we're seeing here that they thought very highly of you. They just didn't want you to know that. They don't want to give you that power, I guess. So we have here the Queen of Swords. Let me get them together. So, okay, we have the Queen of Swords there, and we have the Eight of Wands. The Knight of Cups and the High Priestess. Okay, so, you know, this situation made you very much in your Queen of Swords energy, okay, because you tapped into your High Priestess energy, which very much kind of got you tapped in, and I think you found that you found more of your spiritual gifts, due to the fact that there was no clarity here. You probably really just blossomed your spiritual gifts and had to turn to source for answers and confirmation and just assistance in navigating this probably very confusing situation, especially because it is spiritual. Things were probably kept from you for a while, and it's like kind of on the need to know basis, because you're both kind of walking a certain journey and learning things at a certain divinely guided time. So there's things that you weren't privy to because you needed to go through those things without really having any kind of foreseeance, because it's part of your journey. Because if we have foresight, then, you know, we're gonna react differently, or we're not gonna have the same impact. The lesson's not really gonna affect us as it should. So yeah, just remember that everything is divinely guided. And this whole time that you were questioning your worth, it's like this person knew your worth the whole time. They just maybe treated you like they didn't. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so that's coming in here, showing that, you know, there is caring here, and they do want to come in and give you a little gesture of appreciation and perhaps let you know this stuff that's here. Maybe not right away, but at some point, I think that they're gonna come in here with some passion and you know, what's the word? Oomph, you know, like with some fire lit, like with a lit fire. And then we have the Seven of Wands. Okay. And the Seven of Wands is here, like, you know, there's the defensiveness. Usually the Seven of Wands is somebody that's by themselves, but here it's like the couple is here, they're being attacked. So what this tells me is that you guys have been divinely guided, okay? And you have been being attacked. There has been like spiritual warfare done to, like, you know, to both of you, whether it's spiritual warfare, just with the negativity and the opposing people that were opposing here. We have this energy, so it could be the third person, whether it's a family member, a coworker, a friend, or like a significant third party person. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So I'm going to go ahead and go with a third party there, because we do have the Three of Pentacles here. And I think this is, I'm taking this right here, especially because it's right next to this one, that this is like Spirit's plan of basically like a game plan. With the Three of Pentacles, and there's a collaborate. See, if because you have to look at it in a different perspective. Whenever this is happening here, you could look at it as like very personalized it, or you could look at it as everybody is playing a part in this play, I guess, to get lessons learned for everybody involved. So it's like a playbook. We have the Five of Cups, prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. The Five of Cups, the God, King, and Ruler. Okay. And here it's an angel that has, it has like a picture and it's facing downward. So it's like, but it says here prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. So on in the regular tarot, it's this energy is very feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, feeling alone. But here it's very empowering because it's talking about prosperity and destruction of the enemy and deliverance from bondage. Okay, so it's pretty, again, it's reiterating this divinely guided warfare where you're being protected. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Wands, which is the great and exalted God. The grandeur makes a passionate what? A grandeur makes one passionate toward God. Okay, yeah. So this here is pushing your person to open up to Spirit and let him finally, after all this time of being closed off and even rebelling against Spirit and rebelling against the guidance of his spiritual guides. It's now he's kind of opening up to that. And then we have the Tower. Disruption warns of disasters and aids in transformation. So I couldn't make this shit up if I wanted to, you guys. Here we have this angel, and that it says here that it's supposed to be, and it's Angel Uriel, and it's supposed to be the Tower. Disruption warns of disasters and aids in transformation. So there's been Tower moments in this person's life that has been humbling them and allowing them to open themselves up to healing and to source and to step into their higher self here, to transform and leave behind all those things, all those ways and limiting beliefs that were limiting them and keeping them in a very low vibration and victim mentality and keeping them in that toxic masculinity energy into this transformation here. So that is very clear. It couldn't be more clear than that. But let me see what else I have here. So far this is nice. I can get more into that third party energy. I mean, really, at this point, it doesn't really matter because this person is acknowledging. It seems like they've had epiphanies. They've probably had some, humbling experiences. They've probably gone through a little karma. That the third person really is irrelevant at this point. I mean, Spirit stepped in. It's divinely guided, so they're probably going to shift out. But we can find out if it's something like somebody like a family member or something closer to the family that doesn't necessarily have to be the third party, right? Because in the character itself, the evil queen is a stepmom. Okay, so right when I say that, we have here fulfilling a fantasy, living in a fantasy world of illusions. So I think that this person was in denial, fulfilling a fantasy, living in this fantasy land that was obviously just smoke and mirrors. And it was illusions. Okay, and we have the self-fulfilling prophecy. Your subconscious makes sure that this comes true. And again, like I was saying before, where this person thought very highly of you, and they very quickly said, okay, you know what, this person is very different than me, and they're probably not, once they see how I am and see who I really am, they're not gonna like me, so I'm just going to do the most to push them away because they're gonna leave anyways. So they're fulfilling their own prophecy by making you leave by doing the most, right? But you have that unconditional love that no matter what this person did, you never really abandoned them. You might have gotten mad. You might have, broke up, but you were always, your energy was always there. You never really abandoned this person. And that is actually, your love is actually what caused this what started this transformation. Because even though this person wanted to push you away, they had this, you planted a seed that was growing, and this whole time this person had this love and admiration for you. They saw you as their twin flame. They saw you, they appreciated you here. For it says that, right, like it's almost like they were taking advantage of your healing energy and taking it, like they really liked your energy, even if it was like, to you it seemed like it was really shitty, and like, it was very cold. To them it was comfortable. They were comfortable keeping you that way, even because they still got to enjoy your energy at their comfort, like at their comfort level, even though it kind of sucked for you because you were experiencing all this coldness and all of this, false facade that this person was portraying towards you. But to them, it was like, okay, I could deal with this. Like, I'm comfortable here. Like, this is good. Like, to them, they were like, this is wish fulfillment. I have my Queen of Cups. I have this nurturing person that is just, this light in my life. And but they were selfish to see, in their selfishness, they weren't seeing that you were not getting, what you needed and what you deserved out of this. So that's why Spirit led me to do this reading, so that you could see that this person, even if they never tell you, because there is free will. Okay, this is the energy that's there for the taking. Okay, and the higher self is saying, okay, this is something that could take place. This is actually like the energy. However, if the person is too much in their ego or too much in their devil energy and really, refusing to transform and all that good stuff, then it's free will. So this might not be an energy that comes into play in your life. So this is something that is confirmation for you to do with as you wish, and you probably already, and again, tarot is all basically just confirmation of what you already know. So you probably already had a feeling of this. That's probably why you stuck around, because you felt, you're an intuitive person. You probably knew that there was a really deep connection, and that there was an underlying love there, that there was a connection that you shared, like much more spiritual than anything. And this person's confirming that. Okay. It's just unfortunate that they couldn't confirm that sooner, and actually have the courage to put in the work to meet you, to kind of meet you and come and be with you at your level, because they have the capacity to. Obviously, if they're able to acknowledge this in you, then they have it in them. So we have walking toward your destined path. And yes, your intuition was correct. Okay, so yes, that's confirming again that your intuition was correct this whole time, and that you're walking towards your destined path. And be open to receive, because they're confirming that the universe is getting ready to give you, gift you with blessings and whatnot for undergoing this part of the journey. Yeah, and even though it didn't go as directed and is as planned, well, actually everything does happen for a reason, but I think this person has been really, really hard-headed, but you will be ready. Your intuition has been correct, and everybody's going to be different, and this was a blessing in disguise. Okay, because it pretty much was a catalyst to your growth. Okay, and it's pushing you into this really big spiritual awakening. And a lot of luck is ahead for you. A lot of lucky times. Okay. We have here, beware of the company that you keep. Okay. You need to check for pulseless mofos. That's pretty much people that are so far into their devil energy, where they are no longer operating out of their light or their intuition or their higher self. Okay, so it's pretty much like they're undergoing and have been taken over by these lower vibrational energies. They're not too far gone, of course not. I mean, it's just surrendering to the higher power. Okay, and your energy irritated their demons. But I really do feel like this person, the seed that you planted is growing within them. And at this point in the other reading, they didn't come out as an emperor or as like anything in general, because they wanted to emphasize the appreciation that how they grew fond of you, and how it is that they saw you, especially after undergoing all this on your own, and doing all this transformation and doing all this hard work that they're finding hard to do themselves. Without them knowing, it's kind of pushing them into their own little awakening and into their own little, cleaning out of their subconscious and the things that they have been trying to hide and avoid. And that's a big step. So they might not be seeing it that way, because it seems like they're probably very resistant to change. But the other reading did indicate and show us that these transformational energies with all these alignments and transitional astrological aspects have been also, transforming, doing a little deaths and rebirths, transformations here little by little for this person. Okay. And we have here, you can manifest what you want. Okay. And we'll fight. I will fight. You will stand your ground. All the fuckery only made you stronger. And yeah. Okay. So this person is kind of a low vibration right now, and they'll be needing to raise their vibration. But by you continuing on your path and not coming down to their vibration, it's gonna pretty much push them into lifting their vibration as well, so that they could, if they choose to, start their process of also lifting themselves. Okay. So we have here erase and rewind. So erase the old shit, rewind and re-record. So don't hang on to any of the pain or any of the baggage. Okay, we're wanting to re-record. Only stay with the wisdom and with the lessons that you've learned. All right. Okay. So let's see what else we have. Okay, let me just pull a couple of these. Things you don't know. We have did the most, time after time. Then we have help, in the dark. Now they're in their feelings. Okay, they were confused. Okay, and but it seems like you called judgment. This was pretty much, they made it just a situationship. Spirit forced this ending. It seems like they were loyal to the wrong motherfuckers, out of pride and ego. Okay, and this right here, pride and ego, I can't make that up. Okay. They were lost. You're no longer entertaining any bullshit. Okay. And you have freedom now. There was mental gymnastics. This person needing to make a sacrifice. They were a pathological liar. Fantasy and illusions, which was also in that card that we had right there. They're asking God now. It seems like they're seeking God. They're seeking for surrendering. They're wanting to surrender. Okay, you see the beauty in all. You feel like they needed to win an Oscar with all their lies. Okay. And always and forever, because this is a spiritual connection. And then I have personality disorder. So this person could have been, operating in a kind of narcissistic manner, or like in a very, sociopathic way, where they seemed, maybe they were lacking a lot of empathy towards you. Maybe they were like, with the coldness, they could have been very, very, like, very cold and very mean to you. Not faced by your emotion. This was divinely guided and orchestrated. You were right. Okay, for your intuition, whatever it is that you were thinking, you were right. And it says here shit is popping. So maybe there's stuff happening because they were hiding shit. Okay. You were very graceful. And they gave a whole lot of verbal bullshit salad. So whenever they were confronted, they probably just never took accountability for anything and just redirected whatever it is that was being confronted, all of that stuff. But either way, right now, this came out. There's a lot of loneliness there. And I think that they're in a space of being in their feels, and that's probably why their higher self wanted to give this message. Okay. So let me pull one of these cards. I don't think I did one of these. So we have here friends. So I think friends with benefits, groups, social. So I'm right there. I think that right there, it says it all. That was probably the cause of a lot of this situation. Was the whole friends, the groups, the networking. This person is probably somebody that is very image conscious, and is needing those validation from the friends and from exterior people and whatnot. And I was gonna say, before I even saw this, when I pulled it out like this, they're probably really have a Gemini aspects, with very social. There's a duality, and they seem to be a little bit more easily, you know, like they get bored easily. They need to kind of be stimulated in different ways, and a lot of times that's very mental. This person obviously, with that card, there also is a person that is very capable of communicating and is a very bright, intelligent person. It's just that they probably really hold a lot back and keep things very superficial, which is opposite of what this is telling us here, which is all about Cancer. Is a nurturing, it's a family, it's intuition. In the other reading, it did talk about that also. So this person obviously has been suffering in silence and really just wearing a mask of not caring and being somebody that they're not. I think that they found in you comfort because they are more like you than they would like to admit. However, they are probably wearing a mask and have to play this facade because this is who they have been. And they probably, I'm getting that, I have to, I'm getting that, I think that also they had to act cold and build a wall around you because you probably read into them a lot more than they wanted you to. You probably did read between the lines. You had this unconditional love for them, and they were trying to push you away, and you just weren't budging. So it made them uncomfortable to know that you were able to see more than they wanted to show. Okay. So it wasn't anything personal with you. It was just them and their insecurities, and just them being closed off and being a little bit avoidant. And funny enough, look at here. Okay, I can't make this up. Pluto. Purify, purge, death, and rebirth. And that is the energy that we just had encounter with here. And then we have Capricorn. So this person probably feels like you deserve to have, since you are so, so much of light and so pure and good, this person probably felt like they wanted to have something to offer you. At least they wanted to take care of you at least when it comes to your stability wise and whatnot. That could be another factor. Maybe that added to their insecurity or to them feeling that way. We also do have here Pisces, okay? And this one is secrets, fantasy, depressive, intuition. It did come out here that this person is very intuitive. The other reading did show a lot of moon energy. There was also some Scorpio energy over there in secrets. The fantasy of you know, living in the fantasy land, delusions. So this person was probably trying to keep their mind off of you, trying to find making fantasy lands somewhere otherwise to be able to get away and escape this, which is very much indicative also of Pisces with escapism. Okay. All right. Let me just get one more. I really like how these come together, and that's why I like to put a lot of cards, just so that there's comfort in case anybody's like, no, it's just a coincidence. No, it's confirmation right there. No coincidence. And again, here we go with the Scorpio energy. Okay, mystery, rebirth, death. Again, with Pluto being the ruling planet, and this is about also the sex. So I feel like this person probably escaped. Maybe was hypersexual, wanting to also distract themselves or whatnot. Okay, and we have Libra here, relationships, justice, balance, and truth. And I'm going to leave it right there. Okay, so I'm going to pull a spiritual as fuck card. And I might have to do another reading on the 3rd to see who that queen's all about. I'm going to do another reading to find out about the queen, because she was in the other reading too. And last time I felt like I needed to find out more about the masculine. So this time I'm going to do another reading, and it's going to be on this evil queen over here, okay? See what the heck that's all about, because I feel like that might be important too, for further clarity in this situation. But so far, this is actually a very beautiful story. Well, if you look at it that way. Which I tend to look at it that way. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes everything is going wrong for the right reason, okay? If you've been wanting life to go better, we often forget that in order for things to change, the status quo needs to be shaken up, and the stuff that no longer serves us needs to leave to make room for the good shit. We love the phoenix rising from ashes, but we forget where the nest is a bonfire and she's on fire, and shit is scary as fuck, okay? So remember that if you want to be a phoenix, you got to learn how to love the fire. I love that. That's true. And I think that's exactly what this person is learning. Okay, and here we have this card here too. Shit you don't have time for, okay? Other people's shit, crazy shit, bullshit, stupid shit, fake shit that has nothing to do with you. So once you drop that kind of bullshit, shitty shit, you have a whole lot more hours in the day to do awesome shit. Find shit to do that vibes with your soul, shit that has no negative consequences, shit that makes you say, oh, hells yeah, and maybe even do some shit that benefits the world in some way. You have time for fuck yeah shit. Ooh, I like these. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do one more here, and this is the next card that was coming up. And it says, love like people aren't total assholes. Of course, you've been hurt. People can be stupid, selfish, and destructive fucknuts. But choosing to live life with your dukes up and waiting for the asshole and everyone to come out insults you from the brilliance in the people. I'm sorry, it doesn't say that. It says insulates you from the brilliance in people. You'll be a force to be reckoned with if you love people with a tenderness and a ferocity of someone who's digging for gold in everyone. That's true. You don't want to lose yourself stooping to people's levels. So, okay. So we have drink water, mind your fucking business. Enough said. Okay, so I think that I'm going to listen to that enough said. I think there's been enough said here. And it's already an hour again. Oh my gosh. Okay, me. You know what? It's because I like to be thorough and I like to be efficient. I'm going to try to do some... I really do try to limit myself with the information and the cards that I use, but I can't help it. It just, it just comes out more and more and more. I just want to make sure to give as much clarity and any kind of information that may be needed for anybody's healing. And remember, again, tarot is just confirming what you already know. It's confirmation. If this is not just confirming what you already know, please do not start, making a novela out of your life that is not there. All right. With that said, I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna pull something real quick that I want to start pulling more. You know what? I'm gonna do 3 more. Okay, and I promise. And that's it. And that's it. And that's it. But they're little ones. Just little fun ones, since stuff's been kind of strong and heavy messages here. Okay, so we have here, like a jelly donut full of peace. Find your fucking center. Ah! Okay. Gosh, what's up with all these profanities? Okay, so this is the inspired by Frida Akal Pitam. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but these are beautiful. I just want to share. I love these. Okay, they're about they all have artwork that's really nice. So we're just gonna okay, we're just gonna do this top one here. All right, so this is what the front looks like. How pretty is that? Okay, you are stronger than you think and more than you know. Be curious and determined. Very well, very good. And yes, definitely, we're definitely surprise ourselves with how strong we are. And especially when you have no choice but to be strong, right? You pull it from somewhere. And definitely be curious and ask questions, and always be inquisitive. That's how we grow, and that's how we get to know what it is that we believe and what we don't believe. We always have to question things and just be curious about it. Okay, and we have the throat chakra, listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. Okay, I'm going to do one more here. And this is the sacral chakra, letting go. Letting go does not give up. Oh, it's not giving up. Sometimes it's just a first step towards success. Okay, and I think that is going to be enough said right there. With that, we're going to go ahead and close that out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for, if you're still here and listened to this whole thing, I appreciate it. If you did listen to the whole thing, if you could just drop a little comment or something, a little period or something on the comments, just so I know that you guys are actually listening to the whole thing. And that it's something that is helpful, and so I could keep making these intricate and long, well, not so much long, but detailed readings, going into some depth here. Another thing is, if you are undergoing some kind of situation like this, and maybe you don't find yourself in this particular space and time yet, if this is more of a predictive reading for you, and you might need help navigating your journey, I do have my information in the description box. I have also been, obviously, through all of this stuff, and through my spiritual awakening, and I pretty much am very seasoned in all of this spirituality, stuff, and I'm probably gonna put out some information and make more content on other things that I could share, and a little bit about my background also, so that you guys are familiar with that and know, and maybe feel more comfortable in my competence. But again, I do offer those services, and I will be more than happy to assist you along the way to empower yourself, and allow and activate your gifts, and all of that good stuff, and help in your healing journey as well. Okay, well, thank you very much for allowing me in your energy. You guys have a fantastic rest of the day, night, evening, morning, or whatever time of day it is, night or whatever. You know what I mean.